Well, hello everybody. We're here a little bit early, but okay. Press the wrong button there, but hey, come on, Moosey. Come on. Come on.
Say hi to everybody.
And you know me, I'm Mike. This is Moosey. Y'all know Moosey. And I don't expect anybody to be here right now because I started like 7 minutes early. But that's all right. Uh, I wanted to let you know for I got into anything. We almost didn't make it today because yet another internet outage happened this morning about 11:30, and I just got it back at about 5 till 3 this afternoon, about a half hour ago. And yeah, I mean, it was, and it took a good nasty call to get it done. So, uh, hey, I'm happy we're back on here, and yeah, uh, let's see. Anything else I want to talk about before I get into the actual stream? Uh, Upcoming videos. Uh, Tomorrow, the long awaited uh, and long suffering process of making the video on what was it? The chassis on the ZR1 build. That'll come out finally tomorrow morning. And then Tuesday morning, we'll do the wheel assembly and we'll attach the wheels to the chassis. And then next Friday, we will get to do the interior. So that's all coming up. So today's stream will be budget versus big money and scale modeling. Where do you stand? In other words, can you still be a serious modeler on a budget? That's the question we're going to discuss today. Uh, so let me tell you the results of last week's poll, or 2 weeks ago. uh, if you remember back 2 weeks ago, the subject was, are new kits better than old kits? And that was the question of the poll. And new kits won by 73% to 27%. So there you go. So let's talk about today's topic, which is, can you still be a serious modeler on a budget? So first, let's define what a serious modeler is. A serious modeler is someone who approaches scale modeling with dedication, skill development, and pride in the results, regardless of whether they spend big money or build on a budget. Now, a budget modeler is someone who enjoys the scale modeling hobby while intentionally keeping costs low by making smart choices, being resourceful, and finding alternatives to expensive tools, paints, and kits. Now, let's talk about the challenges of budget modeling, shall we? Common struggles of budget modeling. you have limited kit choices when it comes to brand new or new tool kits. Usually you have to go the route of eBay or online marketplaces to get your kits because they're cheaper that way. You got to stay within your budget. You're using a lot of times you're using cheaper paints and tools. Cheaper does not necessarily mean worse, okay? Either on paints or tools. You know, there are some paints out there. I wouldn't go buy acrylic paint at the dollar store. Those are just crap. Lucy wants down. Okay, buddy. There you go. Calm down. Okay, and there's fewer aftermarket upgrades for budget modelers. Most of the aftermarket upgrades, they can cost you as much as a kit costs. So now let's talk about the advantages of budget modeling. You get a creativity boost from budget modeling. Like you have DIY tools. You create your own tools. Scratch building from your mind come in some styrene rod or styrene sheet comes different parts of a model. So you get a creativity boost. Budget modeling also emphasizes skill over wallet size. You don't have a large wallet. That's why you're a budget modeler. And you do have to use your skill to produce a quality finished model. Community inspiration, such as like we do on this channel. Share community hacks, share budget ideas, sharing different techniques and hacks. So let's talk about competing with big money builds. Can budget builds still win contests? Yes, they can. Because of point 2. Judges and your peers often care about skill than cost. Okay. There is a judge who regularly appears on Airfix and Chill live stream. And he has said himself, they do not care how much you spend on a model. They care how clean the build is. You know, they care about the skill and the cleanliness of the build. They don't care how much money it costs. That's the farthest thing away from their minds. So let me ask you all out there, would you rather see a kit built with $200 in upgrades or a pure out of the box build done really well on a budget? So that's my spiel for this week. Took me about 10 minutes or so. Uh, so I'm just waiting for somebody to show up here. Might be a quick live stream again. Uh, yeah, nobody here. Just let me say one more time my apologies for last week. Uh, this internet company I've got is really, oh God, their service sucks. And let's see, today's outage was the third in a week and a half. Uh, and I'm paying my good money for that, Moose, Wyatt. I'm paying my good money for that. I don't know. Uh, they got my service back today real quick, but maybe that's because I shoved a foot up their butt. But hey. So for everybody who's watching this after the fact, remember if you're new to the channel, uh, don't forget to look back at some of my older stuff. Good information there. Don't forget to check out the Facebook group. It's called the Frugal Scale Modeler. Make sure you check that out and join it. It's a good place to share your hacks and your ideas and your experiences, and good place to post your builds where nobody's going to really nobody's really going to judge you and your build. So, don't know where everybody's at today. I'll sit here and talk and yak and yak and yak till about 4 o'clock. And if nobody's here, I got stuff to do. So, let's see what's on my bench. The only thing that's on my bench still got the paper model ship that I've been working on for the past month and a half or so. And here's that one person going in and out. Say hi or whatever. And I've got of course, I got the Corvette ZR1 build going on my bench. And I'm going to, after this is over, if I have time, I'm going to go back and do a little painting on that, on the interior, so that'll be painted and ready to go for that video. Yeah. Everybody seems to not be here today. And here's that one person again going in and out. I've said it before, budget versus big money and scale modeling. Where do you stand? That's the topic for today. Or can you still be a serious modeler on a budget? That is the topic for today. My view on that is yeah. I mean, I'm a budget modeler and I consider myself a serious modeler. You can be both. I believe there's nothing wrong with being both at the same time. Wow. This is a pretty dull live stream. Let's see. Other than battling with the internet company over my service, nothing much been going on here. A couple weeks ago, went to the doctor, had my normal checkup, and nurse said, "Well, you're due for colonoscopy. You want to do that, or you want to do Cologuard?" And I go, "Okay, I'll do Cologuard." Well, of course. And got the Cologuard test, and I did it, and sent it back in, and came back positive. So now I have to have a colonoscopy. And hopefully I don't have cancer. So, yeah. Maybe that'll wake somebody up. Michael Lambertino, how you doing, Michael? Nice to see you. What's your viewpoint on the subject of the day? Can you still be a serious modeler on a budget? I say yes, you can. What say you? Doing great. Good. Hopefully you're the first of quite a few. You're saving the live stream right now, Michael. You're saving the live stream. Because I was about ready to sign off because nobody was here. I say yes. Why not? Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's what I said while nobody was here. And I was going through my spiel. I said, judges could care less how much money you spent on your model. They want a nice clean build, clean lines. They don't want any excess glue or splotched paint, or they want clean transitions everywhere. And yeah. Moosey, enough. Got people outside the apartment building here doing their weekly lawn cutting. So you're going to hear Moosey from time to time. He's going to make his presence felt. So what's on your bench, Michael? What is on your bench? I still have that cargo ship, the paper cargo ship on. You're going to hear some lawn apparatus going on outside, so bear with it for a few. like I said, Moosey's going to be going nuts off and on. Yeah. So, just to let y'all know, if this cuts out all of a sudden out of the blue, well, it's probably the damn internet company and the service going out again. It's done it 3 times in the past week and a half. Michael, exactly. And when I enter shows, we sign a paper for judges not to pick the models up, but still do. That's why they're placed on a mirror. Yep. So they can see underneath it. Exactly. And actually, the judges are not supposed to go within, I believe it's 12 inches of the model. So, yeah. So, Michael, let me ask you this question. Have you ever been judged for using budget supplies? I've never been. Nobody's ever judged me at all for it. Michael says, oh no, don't cut out internet. Yeah, they've done it to me 3 times out of the blue. Just service outages all around. I've seen a judge drop a car. He's not supposed to even touch it. He's not even supposed to be within 12 inches of it. I'd have protested that judge. I said, get him out of here. He's not doing it the way he's supposed to. Here's another question. Okay. Michael said, no, you know why? Because you can't tell. That's the whole idea. Using budget supplies. If you do it right, you can't tell. You can't tell that you did it with a DIY tool or an expensive display tool. How about this, Michael? What's the one budget tip you wish you knew when you started modeling? For me, Wow, I was there. There's a lot of budget stuff that I wish I knew when I started, like sprue goo. I didn't know anything about sprue goo when I started back when I used to do it back in my 20s. It was the late 80s, early 90s, and sprue goo wasn't around back then. All my model cars have a mirror finish. Yeah, I try to get mine that way. I use I use turtle wax on mine. I might I might order me some mothers or something like that. Get a real top. There goes Moosey again. Get me a real top line polish. But I still think mine come out pretty good. I mean, for cheap, well, cheaper model car wax, they come out pretty good. I would say. So, Michael, what's the one budget tip you wish you knew when you started modeling? Mine, I still think it was sprue goo, because when I first came back, I went and bought me the tube of putty. Ooh, 57 caddy. Oh, that's gonna look nice. That's gonna look nice. You doing it OOB, or are you gonna put any frills on it like spark plug wires and stuff like that? Oh man. Wonder where everybody's else is at today. It's kind of weird because when the internet was out last week and I couldn't go on, the first day internet service came back and I was reading my comments and everybody was wondering where I was at last Thursday. And now I'm here and they're not. Oh, yes, all my car engines are wired and very detailed. Cool. Cool. Who's that second person who keeps coming in here? Let me know who you are, man. Join the chat. Yeah. I do most of my builds OOB. I might I might buy me some wire and start wiring my engine. But it's like on this CR1 build I'm doing for the channel, there's no distributor on it. So if I had a wire, Michael says, yes, I would say all the different types of glues today changed everything. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I mean, those weren't part of the mix back in the day, and therefore you didn't have sprue goo, you know. Once my extra thing came in, wow, you had no mess glue. All of a sudden, you had uh, a way to make sprue goo, instead of putty. Wow, totally changed everything. I'm still wondering where everybody's at. I'm going to just let you know straight up, Michael, if nobody else starts showing up, probably go till about an hour or say 4:30 and call it a day then. I use clear canopy glue for my windows. Yeah, I either do one of two things. I either use Elmer's and clamp it down, but if it's on a car. This is if it's on a car, putting car windows in. I usually leave those center pieces on, put Elmer's on them, clamp them down to the ceiling until it sets. But and I either do that or I slather it with Tamiya extra thin and let it sit there and let it gas off a bit, and then put the window on. That way it gases off. It gases off and you don't get the foggy stuff, which is why they have canopy glue, so you don't get the foggy stuff. And Michael, you're right. Come on, people, get in the chat, especially you who person number 2 comes in and out all the time. I think I know who you are, but I'm not going to call you out. Yeah, because Michael, nobody else is in the chat because you're the only one watching, according to my numbers here on the screen. There is only one person in here, and that's you. So thank you. And there's one other person who keeps coming in and out, and I think I know who he is, but I'm going to take the high road and not call him out. So just go on the chat. Lurking. Yes, lurking. Exactly. Drives me nuts. If you want to be here, watch it. If you don't, get off and go someplace else and watch somebody else. It's not going to hurt me any. Not going to hurt my feelings. But don't do this in and out stuff. I mean, if you're at work or something, I can understand that. So let's see, any other questions I can ask you here? Here you go, Michael. What's your best budget hack you've used on a model? How about that? What's your best budget hack you've used on a model? I think my best one has been using women's makeup on like plastic planes. And when I first signed on, did I hear you say you have health issues? I might. I'll be totally honest with you. I'll go over it with you again. Uh, First of August, well, 14th of August. 14th of August, I had my last doctor's appointment just to check up. And the nurse is in there, give my health stuff and all my history and stuff, and goes over stuff and me. She goes, "You're due for a colonoscopy. You want to go and have a colonoscopy done, or do you want Cologuard?" And I said, "Oh, give me Cologuard. Yeah, I'll take Cologuard. Thank you." So a week later, the Cologuard test came in the mail, and I went and I took it that Sunday, put it back in the mail Monday, and the results came back last Thursday, and it was positive. So now I have to have a colonoscopy. So yeah, there is a possibility that I have colon cancer, but don't know yet till I have a colonoscopy. And that, and also my last doctor visit, had my usually have a bloodletting the week before, labs, check all my blood work and everything. And everything was hunky dory until this last visit, when my creatinine, which is creatinine levels tell the doc what your kidney function is. And mine's elevated a bit. So I have to go to a kidney specialist now because I only have one kidney. Michael says, "Sorry to hear that. God bless you. Thank you. Colonoscopy is a lot more accurate." Yeah. So I'm really not worried about it because I don't really have the common, signs of cancer like the pain or blood in my stool or unexplained weight loss. Have none of that. So it'll probably work out. It'll probably work out good, but something that has concerned me is that kidney thing because I only have one kidney. I lost my other kidney 11 years ago due to a birth defect. So, yeah, couple of minor things. And I'm a big fat ass, so obviously I have blood pressure deals going on. But that's the least of my worries. Yeah. We were up to 4 people, and now it keeps jumping up and down. Need somebody else to hop in here. So, yeah, Michael, that's what's going on with me. Michael says, "I never use makeup, but for weathering purposes on freight cars, I use makeup brushes." Makeup brushes are great. They're nice and soft and great for blending and stuff. But Michael, women's makeup like eyeshadow, blush, stuff like that, is great for oil marks, for plane engines going back, and uh, gun residue on wings on planes. Oh, yeah, it's great for that because you can control how much you put on there and how dark it is. And then you use your makeup brush, like I said, for blending it in. And it works great. It works great. Give it a try sometime. I got a video on that. It's either in the how to or it's either in the how to or um, DIY playlist. But check it out. I believe, I believe it's I believe it's a whole video on makeup for weathering, or else it's been part of another video. But yeah, I've done either a segment or whole video on makeup. Hey, hello, hello, Looney. Where are you coming from? That sounds. Let me guess. Jan Vanderwerf. That sounds Dutch. Am I right? Dutch, Norway, somewhere in that area. Am I right? The Netherlands. Ah, I knew it. So sorry I'm late. Hey, no problem, no problem. Michael and I just been sitting here shooting the bull. So you're new here, so welcome to the club. Uh, if you and my name is Old Frisian. Okay. All right. So you're new here. I'll tell you exactly what we're talking about today. We're talking about should can you still be a serious modeler on a budget? And the prevailing sentiment is yes. Yes, you can. So what is your take on that, Old Frisian? And while you're answering that, I'll just tell you a few of the things that we have here on the channel. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Get a lot of um, budget modeling advice. And we have if you're interested, we have a Facebook group you can join. Just go to the um, yeah, go to the Frugal Scale Modeler. That's the name of the group on Facebook. All you got to do is answer 3 questions, agree to the rules, and when I look them over, takes me 5 seconds to look them over, and I'll write you a little message to say welcome, and then you can post your work and your ideas and anything else on there. So check it out. You might want to join that. And also on the group, I'm probably going to have some group builds and contests. And Old Frisian says, of course, modeling is just making a scale model any means you can. Kits are just an easier way. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And I need to get Facebook, but I might. Yeah, go ahead and check it out if you get Facebook. Check it out. It's going to be a good place for you to post your builds and stuff without getting ridiculed. There's some Facebook groups I'm part of where there's people that'll just rip you just for fun of it, and that's bullshit. Not in my group. Those people get kicked out in a heartbeat and never allowed back in. I will not allow that. We lift each other up around here and we support each other in what we're doing. So, if you agree with that sentiment, you're at the right place, dude. You're at the right place. So, Wolf Frisian, what's on your says, I hate that. I try to be constructive. Unless you're a friend, then I'll say you use the incorrect RLMO2. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, there's a difference, between just blasting somebody and doing it to a friend, A friend understands. If you just post something and somebody you've never heard of just starts blasting you, you want to reach through the screen and blast them in the face. I mean, that's sorry, that's all there. At least that's the way I feel. I mean, if somebody blasts, I had somebody blast a work of mine on one of those groups I'm on. Said it looked like one of his elementary kids' projects he brought home from school. I wanted to reach my fist through that screen and just pop him one in the mouth. Say, now your mouth looks like something your child would bring home from elementary school art class. Yeah, I don't dig that stuff. Like I said, we lift each other up around here. We don't cut each other down. Yeah, true. What are you building now? I am building. Hold on a sec. I will show you. This here is a paper model of a cargo ship. It's about halfway through. There are going to be a couple of cranes here. This is going to be full of cargo. There'll be a little poop deck here. Going to be a little upper, I don't know, office thing or whatever up there. Yeah, but that's what I'm building right now. And I'm also, for the channel, I'm in the middle of a Corvette ZR1 build. Yeah, I'm I've got the chassis put together and the engine and exhaust and suspension all put on my Corvette ZR1. And next video is going to be putting the wheels together and put the wheels on it. And after that, we'll go to the interior tub, then the body, then finishing touches. I'm mainly a World War II plane builder, 72 and 48, plus some sci-fi. Cool. I do a bit of everything myself. I mean, all kinds of genres and media and everything like that. I do paper models. I do metal earth kits. I do planes, ships, cars, armor, anything. But I stick basically like you do, 172nd, 148th. I have neither the space nor the money to get 124th and up, like, and bigger. I live in an apartment. I don't have a place to put that stuff. God. I know my Nigel from Nigel's Modern Modeling Bench is doing a couple of 1/16th scale cars from Poker, I believe is the name of it. It's a subsidiary of Hornby Models. And yeah, those things are huge. And they also cost hundreds of dollars each. So, no, thank you. Ah, that Nigel at Telford. Huh. See, pretty much the same as he is on screen. Seems like a nice guy. Seems like a guy you'd like to go have beer with. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. And here's Moosey. If you watch the channel, you see him at the beginning of every beginning of every video. You'll see him. That ship model is very cool. What did you use again? Oh, to put this together, this came as a kit. Bought this from eBay, I believe it was. And I'm just using regular old clear Elmer's. And Jan says, real nice guy. Was really busy at Telford. Yeah, Telford's usually busy. I heard last year they had a line to get in about at least a block long. The one-man army is real nice also. Just got a set for a FW 190. Ooh, cool. Yeah, Michael, this is paper. But paper's sort of like a misnomer on these. This is more like cardstock. It's called paper, but it's more like cardstock. And yeah, uh, actually, I have Michael and Jan, both of you. I have video on paper models. Ah, have a club table. Cool. And Michael, I have a video on paper models. And actually, there are like 4 or 5 different websites where you can either download paper models for free or for very little cost. And if you have a printer that accepts cardstock, you got to use cardstock. You can download these kits for free or very little cost and print them out. And there you have the model kit for just maybe the cost of the paper. And I've checked these. I checked these sites out for the video, and yeah, these some of these are pretty intricate. Jan says we'll check the paper video out. Yeah, you'll learn some stuff from it. Do you need heavy paper for those paper models? Like I said, you need cardstock. It's about the same gauge. If you can get a business card, it's about the same thickness as that. Do you need heavy paper for those paper models? Well, like I said, get a business card. How long would you say that ship is? I would say it's about a foot long. I got my foot. It's a size 12 and it's about a foot long. Yeah, about 11 3/4 inches foot long. Yeah, it's been pretty fun so far. And Michael says, I'm building a river scene on the layout. That ship would be cool. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think check it out on, I believe it's eBay. Yeah, I'm metrically challenged. Yeah, I'm in the US if you didn't know by my voice. I'm in northern Indiana. Uh, but Michael, check either eBay. I'm pretty sure it was eBay where I got this. And the name of the ship is Mary Arctica. MaryArctica. Mary Arctica. Look under Mary Arctica paper model, and you can find it. And it cost me right around $10 plus shipping. So yeah. But yeah. But like I said, check out that paper model video of mine and go to one of those websites I have on it, and they might have, I don't know if they'll have this one, but they'll have they can have a ship or a cargo ship or something. Maybe. You never know. Check those websites from a video out. I think I have. Yeah, I'm sure. I am sure that I put links to those websites in my video description on that one. So make sure you check it out. Jan says, I'm a mechanical engineer. I have basic understanding of inches and feet. The weights and volumes are harder. Oh yeah. As you deal with kilograms and liters, and we deal with pounds and gallons. Oh, cool. You found them. Is it the Mary Arctica? So if you found it, yeah, there you go. Excellent. I mean, these things are fun. These things are absolutely fun. You'll have a good time. You'll have a real good time with it. I've enjoyed it. I mean, I wish I had time to complete it right now, but I'm just too wrapped up on that CR1 build series that my time's going into that. Okay, guys, here it reminds me. That CR1 build series reminds me ordering a tugboat and the one you got. And the one you got, great for my river. There you go. Yeah. Now, if you do it right, it'll take you a while. It's a little time consuming, but that's part of the fun, you know. You gotta really make sure you cut along the lines, and don't use scissors on them. I use my hobby knife. Get a lot more control with that, so you don't cut into the part or anything like that. But here's what I want to ask you guys, okay? I'm trying to decide on my Corvette ZR1 build series what color to paint the body. I don't want to do the old standard red or black or, I was thinking like pearly purple. Let me get a couple colors here from my rack. Okay. This is going to be two-tone? Ooh, maybe. But this is going to be for the body, okay? This is pearly blue. Right there. Pearly blue. We have Sakura Pink. Get that in front of the camera here for ye. That's Sakura Pink. And this is the one I was thinking of. Pearly Purple. What do you guys think out of those three? And I got a full bottle of each, so I can use like 3 or 4 coats if I have to. Two-tone. That's interesting. Maybe a two-tone pinky purple. But I don't want to do the same old, you know. How about a candy color? If I had a real candy color, I would, but I don't have any candy colors in my. What were you thinking about for a candy color, Michael? Because nothing that says I can't order one. It'll have to come in. Well, let's see. I got tomorrow. I'm shooting a. Have you ever used candy purple? No, but I'm thinking that that's sort of along the lines what this pearly purple is. I think this is sort of a candy. It looks like a candy color because I use this brand called Ophir, and they call their shades different stuff, you know, like pearly and fluorescent and. I don't want to use pearl off white. I think I have an off white. I don't know if it's pearl. I'll be right back. Yeah, and there's pearly white or flat blue. Yeah, but flat blue, oh, that. I don't know. Flat blue isn't the same old, it wouldn't be. I want to do something on that, you know, isn't what everybody else does, you know. Everybody else on their muscle cars uses red or orange or black or, you know. I want this one to stand out a bit. I'm still leaning toward this pearly purple. I've never used it before. What do you guys think of this? I've done a 69 Camaro candy purple with metallic clear coat. It got a lot of likes at the shows. Yeah, I'm sort of leaning with you, Michael. This is what I'm leaning toward is the pearly purple. You like that color? That's. I think I'll go with this because there's one problem I've had with pearly stuff on some of my models is maybe it's just that I'm frugal paint with what they have. Yeah. Oh, this came out of a set of 50. There's 50 bottles in a set. You get two whites, two blacks, and the rest are all sorts of reds, pinks, orange, blues, greens. But the problem I've had with these pearly paints here, and they have also fluorescent paint colors in this set. And I think it's been because I've been using the same mixture of paint and thinner as I do with my others. But it comes out on the model sort of like water. So I'm just going to use more paint on the mixture and much less thinner. See how that works. And yeah, that I'm getting more. I think we have a winner. I think we have a winner, folks. I think we have a winner. Those other colors are good. Test different thinning ratios. Yeah. I just had an idea. Body, interior. That'd be different. Purple body and a pink interior. Michael says, now the way I paint my cars, I put at least 6 or 7 very thin coats after each layer of wet sand. That's how I get my mirror fit. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I will try that. Johan says it sure will pop. That's the whole idea. And then, no, I'm not going to dry brush with pearly paint. I was thinking the details of the dash with pearly white, but I'll use regular white for dry brushing. Thank you. Yeah, that's some good input, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. And let's see, that body. That's 3 videos from now. Tomorrow's video that I'm shooting is going to be the wheels and attaching them to the chassis. And then next Tuesday, I'm going to shoot the interior video. And then a week from tomorrow, I'm going to shoot the body video. And then after that, it'll be all the finishing touches and the final score for the kit. and the the fit of that rear suspension is going to bring that score down a bit because I played hell with getting that to work. Oh man, that was a bear. Tune in tomorrow, you'll find out. Well, you won't see it because I use Jan. You'll find this out on my live streams. I usually give a sneak peek at the next video coming out, and tomorrow's video is on the chassis build. And while I was making it and putting it on the Filmora site for editing, the internet went, and I lost 3 parts to the video. And one of the parts I lost was all the fighting I did on that rear suspension. Michael says, always use model spray paint or airbrush. I never use non-model paint. The finish will not flash out the right way. Yeah, I always use an airbrush. I use spray paint for clear coat. I got one dull clear coat spray paint. I got black spray paint and gray spray paint for priming. I'd much rather use an airbrush too, because I find that I can control an airbrush a lot better than spray. Too much comes out of the nozzle when I spray paint. Don't know why I do it the way everybody else does. Quick bursts, but it just, you know. Wow, this turned out to be a pretty good live stream, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I mean, I don't tell you guys this enough, but the community I've built on this channel is the best. Yeah, Michael, so much more accurate with an airbrush too. Yeah. Yeah, I can just control an airbrush so much easier. Yeah, Jan, you're always welcome. Always welcome. But, you being in the Netherlands, it's kind of late there. I know that. So, yeah, hey, my videos come out every Tuesday and Friday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. That's my time. Which for you, let's see, that'd be 8, 12:30, be 1:30 in England. And I'd add on what? You're an hour later than England? 10:40 p.m. Okay, that's what time it is now. So you're 6 hours ahead. Okay. So hey, that'd be 2:30 your time. 2:30 p.m. is when my videos come out. Every Tuesday and Friday, 2:30 your time. Which would be 8:30 in the morning over here. Dang. Yeah, guys, it's wow, 4:45. I think pretty much I'm gonna run this till 5 o'clock my time. And that's 11 o'clock your time. And I gotta think about getting dinner. And I gotta put all this stuff to make this, you know, public and stuff before I even do that. So, yep. So we're here for another 15 minutes. Yay. So let's see. Anything else? Yeah, there you go. And then, Yanni, even if you can't watch the live stream every week, I'm on the same time, 3:30 my time, which would be 9:30 your time, 9:30 p.m. So if you can't, join us live, you can always watch it afterwards. I always leave my live streams up. No need to take them down, because hell, that's more watch hours. I'm still going for monetization on this channel, so watch hours helps. Watch hours helps just as much as subscriptions. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all we blew past 400 subscribers on the channel this past week while the internet was out. We blew past 400 subscribers, and we're up to 414 now. We're at 414 subscribers. So we are 86 subscribers away from that magic 500 mark. And I wanted to be at least at 500 by the year's end. Looks like we're going to get there beforehand. Especially if I could push out another outlier video or two, like that State of the Hobby video. Oh man, that was Michael says, can't wait to watch my Eagles kick the Cowboys' butts tonight. Is that on Prime Video, Michael? Let me know that. I need to know that. Is that on Prime Video or not? What's the... And Jan says, yeah, we'll do. Good. I would love to watch some good football instead of Star Trek. Well, thank you. Worked hard at it. I worked hard at it, and as I was saying before, and I got caught into some more conversation. It's you guys. I mean, I don't say it enough, but I think the community that we've built up on this channel is probably one of the best around, as far as, supporting each other and supporting what I'm trying to do. And yeah, y'all are the best. So thank you. So Michael, tell me please, is that on Prime Video? Or who has the Thursday night games this year? Because I got to resubscribe to that. I usually just subscribe to Prime Video during the football season, just for Thursday night football. Ah, okay. It's on a local channel. Well, I'll ask Siri on my phone after this is done. Eagles Cowboys. That should be a good one. Divisional matchup. Can't wait for Sunday. First day of the season for my Colts. Who? Daniel Jones, yeah. Ah, NBC, cool. Yeah. We're watching football tonight, Moosey. Yeah. Jan says, you do what you like. If you enjoy the work, it shows. Amen. If you enjoy the work, it didn't work. And Michael, remember, this is the best weekend of the year because there's pro football on Thursday, there's high school football on Friday, there's college football on Saturday, and there's pro football on Sunday, and there's pro football on Monday. Best week of the year. And it's the best week of the year because it's the first week like that of the year. Because if you remember, come New Year's Day, college footballs are most of their bowl season's done. Pro football's in the playoffs. All right, we got about 9 minutes left. So I got my color for the car figured out. Yeah. Michael says, yep, I agree. Yeah. I can't wait for this weekend. Got my Mist 7 all ready to go. And I got to make my ice tomorrow, but the only crappy thing about this weekend is Notre Dame's off this week. That's all right. Give them another week to stew over that Miami loss. I pity whoever they play next because they're just going to open a big can of whoop up on them. Because they be pissed. They be pissed bad. Let's see. I was going to tell you what next week's live stream was. gonna be. And I'll be damned if it didn't just slip my mind. Got old man brain. Let's see. What was it? Game is on NBC and Peacock. That's another thing I gotta sign up for. Peacock. Well, no, if it's on Peacock, it's on NBC. So, yeah. What's the. Damn, I just wrote the damn outline for it last night. Now I can't remember what it's about. Oh, well. You'll know what the subject is the night before when I schedule it. Just look on my channel under the live tab and it'll show it upcoming. A surprise. Nice. Yeah. That's right. Surprise. Ain't gonna tell you. Partially because I have no freaking idea. All right. Well, this has been for having a three-way conversation. It's been a pretty damn good strip clubs. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. What everybody our age needs is a strip club. I'm going to a strip club. Why? You can't get it up anymore. So. All right, folks. It's 4:56. Been on the air for an hour and a half. So, hey, thank you, Jan. What we're going to do now, I'm going to tell you one more time what's coming up on the channel before I say bye. Tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Eastern, the CR1 build continues with the chassis. And then next Tuesday, we'll move on to the wheels and attaching the wheels, and I'm going to tell all the beginners out there how to dry brush all the printing on the wheels and stuff like that, and get them on the chassis. And then a week from tomorrow, we'll be moving on to the interior. And then after that, the body. So that's what's coming up on the channel. And of course, we'll have another live stream for you next Thursday, Lord willing and internet company willing. Oh man, they've just been driving me nuts with this internet outage stuff. But that's pretty much all I got for today. So we'll see y'all next week. And Michael, you know what we say around here. Jan, you'll learn it. Always remember to keep pushing your modeling boundaries. And we'll see you next time. Bye bye.